Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. I am so thrilled to have you here today because we're going to unpack something that could genuinely, literally change the way you look at your 9 to 5. We're diving into this concept called the corporate alchemist. Basically, it means taking your everyday full-time job and transforming it into a powerful engine for building multi-stream wealth. And honestly, the best part about all this, we're going to look at exactly how everyday employees are earning extra money online without ever taking that massive, terrifying risk of quitting their day jobs. Let's see how this alchemy actually works.
Seriously, think about this for a second. What if your salary just wasn't your only income anymore? I mean, most of us look at the 9 to 5 as a cage, right? A trap that just pays the bills and nothing more. But what if we completely flip that perspective? Imagine your daily job not as a trap, but as a launch pad. It's a foundation of security that actually gives you the breathing room to build supplementary income streams, completely eliminating that panic of not knowing how you're going to pay rent. And guess what? Thousands of people are doing exactly this right now.
Let's look at Daniel. He's your average office worker, and he was trapped in a loop we all know way too well. You know the drill. Wake up, commute, work, come home completely exhausted, and repeat. He gave it his absolute all, just drowning in these mind-numbing spreadsheets and endless email chains. But his bank account? It remained stubbornly static. He wasn't entirely broke, but he definitely wasn't progressing either. He was basically caught in this exhausting hamster wheel, putting in maximum effort for a single flat salary.
But then, Daniel had this massive aha moment. Those tedious skills he deployed every single day for his boss, they actually had immense, completely untapped monetary value out in the digital world. He realized that valuable skills shouldn't just be locked inside the four walls of an office building. The world is a massive marketplace, and what he thought of as just doing his job was actually a highly marketable service.
So to see how Daniel actually pulled this off, we're going to walk through his exact playbook today. The full-time employee dilemma, monetizing your office skills, scaling work with AI, creating digital assets, and finally, the multi-stream mindset.
All right, starting with part 1, the full-time employee dilemma and that frustrating financial ceiling. Moving right along to step 2, monetizing your office skills, which is basically freelancing basics.
We're talking about Excel reporting, data entry, PowerPoint presentations, business writing. Out in the global market, companies are absolutely desperate for people to handle these exact standard corporate skills. Now, Daniel didn't boil the ocean here. He started incredibly small. He took on one tiny data entry project after work, then maybe a PowerPoint presentation on a weekend. By just utilizing these existing abilities, he started generating real extra cash flow on his evenings and weekends.
The golden rule here is so simple. Use what you already know. You do not need to go back to school for this. You don't need to learn how to code overnight or master some completely new, trendy industry to start making your first extra dollars online. Honestly, your current resume is already your ultimate side hustle starter pack. It's simply a matter of finding new buyers for the skills you already possess.
Which brings us to Section 3, scaling work with AI, because we really want to work smarter here.
So once Daniel actually started getting freelance work, he hit a massive bottleneck: his time. To drastically increase his capacity without completely burning out, he turned to artificial intelligence. But, people think an AI side hustle means becoming this tech guru or selling complex systems. The reality, it's just using AI for everyday efficiency. Daniel wasn't selling AI, he was using it behind the scenes to literally cut his administrative work in half. He used AI assistants to draft emails, generate ideas, and structure business summaries.
Here's the secret Daniel realized. Companies pay for results, not effort. They honestly don't care if a summary took you 5 grueling hours of typing, or if you used an AI tool to help you refine it perfectly in 45 minutes. Speed simply meant Daniel could take on way more clients outside of his office hours, and he could do it without burning out.
Okay, on to Section 4, creating digital assets for that highly scalable wealth. First up in the asset category, short-form content. Editing videos, repurposing content, managing pages, and creating educational clips. And look, you don't need to be a Hollywood director to do this stuff. Using really beginner-friendly AI video tools, Daniel edited snappy little clips for creators after work. This allowed him to actually get paid while simultaneously leveling up his own digital skills. It's a win-win. Because think about it like this. In the digital landscape, one single video equals multiple income opportunities. It is one of the fastest-growing industries out there. Learn to edit just one engaging clip, and you can post it everywhere. You can use it to attract better-paying clients, or even grow your own audience that eventually monetizes itself. Now, the second asset class is even better because it's way more passive: digital products. Daniel took the planners, budget trackers and Excel templates he was already building anyway for his boss, stripped out all the confidential company data, of course, and listed the bare templates online.
Now, I'll be honest, at first, absolute crickets, zero sales. But digital products live on the internet forever. Slowly but surely, they gained traction, and Daniel started making sales while he literally slept. He realized that small digital assets, created just once, can grow into this powerful, repeating, long-term passive income stream.
And finally, Section 5, the multi-stream mindset, which is all about building reliability. To really anchor his freelance gigs and that passive income, Daniel secured a remote part-time role. Global companies are always looking for virtual assistants, customer support, data organization, or email management. These are highly flexible roles. Just having one of these after-hours positions provided a stable safety net for him, all without ever threatening his main day job.
Because look, these roles give you extra cash, sure, but more importantly, real experience. They immerse you in the global digital economy. You're essentially being paid to learn new software, network globally, and continuously upgrade your own professional worth.
So the fundamental takeaway from Daniel's whole journey, you absolutely do not need to quit your job to grow financially. You don't have to burn the boats or risk everything you have to get ahead. In 2026, financial progression is really just about intelligently leveraging the skills you already possess and applying them in different, much more scalable environments.
The folks actually winning the financial game today aren't necessarily the ones with massive corporate salaries. They're the corporate alchemists. They are the ones quietly, consistently, and smartly building diverse income streams right behind the scenes. Hey, if you want to keep optimizing your time and your income, definitely hit subscribe for more no-nonsense earning strategies just like this explainer. And for sure, share this with a coworker who feels stuck in that wake-up, work, sleep cycle. We've got plenty more practical strategies coming your way very soon. But before we go, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to chew on. Take a hard look at your own daily routine. What existing corporate skill will you turn into your first digital income stream today? Don't wait around for the perfect moment. The market for your skills is already out there waiting. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.